There's a white mineral that costs less than $1 per kilo at any hardware store or drugstore. Dissolved in hot water and added to any laundry load of white or light-colored clothes, it releases active oxygen that penetrates the fibers of the fabric and oxidizes the pigments of stains, leaving clothes whiter and brighter than with any conventional chlorine bleach. No toxic fumes, no risk of accidental discoloration of colors, no organochlorine byproducts that accumulate in the body with repeated exposure, and no penetrating chlorine smell that lingers on clothes for days after washing. The same mineral that industrial laundries in Europe used as the standard at the dawn of the 20th century, before the petrochemical industry introduced chlorine bleach as a cheaper-to-produce alternative. The same one that high-end detergent manufacturers package today in brightly colored boxes with brand names that evoke laboratory technology and sell at 8 to 20 times the price of the pure bulk mineral. And the same one that the textile bleaching industry, which generates $8 billion annually, has done everything possible to make sure you never associate with a 1 kilo bag of white powder costing $1 at the hardware store. Welcome to What They Buried. Subscribe right now and hit the bell. Here we open, every week, the archives that the industry preferred to seal forever. Let me take you to the year 1906, to the industrial laundries of northern France. Bleaching hospital and household white linens is one of the greatest hygiene challenges of the era. Sodium hypochlorite, bleach, has existed since the late 17th century and bleaches effectively. But it has a problem that industrial laundries have known perfectly well for decades. The chlorine in bleach doesn't just oxidize stain pigments, it also attacks cotton fibers. Every wash with bleach progressively weakens the fabric, shortening the lifespan of white clothing. In hospitals, where sheets and uniforms are washed hundreds of times, that deterioration is critical. Textile chemists in France and England in the early 20th century looked for an alternative and found it in a compound that German chemist Sebastian Mohr had synthesized in 1899. A compound that releases active oxygen on contact with water, like bleach, but without the destructive chlorine. A compound that bleaches through selective oxidation, attacking the chromophores of stains without destroying fibers. It's called sodium percarbonate, and in the first 20 years of the 20th century, it became the standard and bleaching agent of industrial laundries across Western Europe. Domestic chemistry manuals published in France, Germany, and the United Kingdom between 1900 and 1930 describe sodium percarbonate as the bleaching agent of choice for delicate white fabrics. The text Household Chemistry and Domestic Economy, published in London in 1912, describes it as the gentlest and most effective bleaching agent available for cotton and linen fabrics. In Germany, the Deutsches Hygiene Museum in Dresden preserves household hygiene. Manuals from the 1920s in its archives that recommend percarbonate for bleaching clothes, precisely for its lower impact on fibers compared to conventional sodium hypochlorite. But in the 1940s and 50s, the post-war petrochemical industry radically changed the landscape. Sodium hypochlorite could be produced in enormous quantities as a byproduct of the chlorine industry, at a production cost lower than that of sodium percarbonate at the time. Major detergent companies massively adopted chlorine bleach as a standard component of their bleaching products, backed by marketing campaigns that associated the smell of chlorine with the idea of cleanliness and disinfection in the mind of the post-war consumer. Sodium percarbonate, more effective and gentler, progressively disappeared from household knowledge. It survives in the formulations of premium active oxygen detergents that those same companies sell today at prices between $15 and $30 per kilo, without revealing the name of the active ingredient. The chemical mechanism that explains why sodium percarbonate bleaches better than bleach without damaging fibers or producing toxic byproducts has 3 parts that are important to understand. The first part is the activation reaction. When sodium percarbonate contacts water, it spontaneously dissociates into 2 compounds, sodium carbonate and hydrogen peroxide. That reaction occurs in seconds and requires no additional catalyst, only water at the right temperature. The sodium carbonate acts as an alkalizer, raising the pH of the wash. Water to between 10 and 11. That alkaline pH improves the solubility of protein and fat-based dirt, helping the detergent. The hydrogen peroxide released is the system's real active bleaching agent. And the second part is chromophore oxidation. Hydrogen peroxide in a hot alkaline medium generates hydroxyl radicals that preferentially attack the conjugated double bonds of the molecules responsible for stain color, the so-called chromophores. Those radicals oxidize the chromophores, turning them into colorless, water-soluble molecules that the rinse cycle completely removes from the fabric fibers. The third part is selectivity. The hydrogen peroxide at the concentrations released by percarbonate has enough oxidizing power to attack the organic chromophores of stains, which are relatively vulnerable to oxidation, but not enough to significantly attack the cellulose chains of cotton or the modern. synthetic dyes of colored fabrics, which are structurally much more resistant to oxidation. That selectivity is exactly what chlorine bleach lacks. Hypochlorite oxidizes everything it encounters: stained chromophores, cotton fibers, and clothing dyes alike. That's why bleach whitens faster in cold water but progressively destroys clothing with every wash, and why percarbonate whitens more deeply and durably without damaging fibers or colors. A study published in 2016 in the Journal of Surfactants and Detergents by researchers at the Technical University of Łódź, Poland, compared the bleaching efficacy of sodium percarbonate against sodium hypochlorite on white cotton fabric samples stained with red wine, tea, coffee, and grass. The results showed that sodium percarbonate at 60 degrees C produced a reduction in the yellowing index of between 85% and 98% across all stain types evaluated, comparable to or better than sodium hypochlorite under the same conditions. On colored fabric samples, percarbonate produced no measurable alteration of the synthetic dye, while hypochlorite produced a reduction in color intensity of between 12% and 38% under the same concentration and contact time conditions. And after 20 consecutive wash cycles with each of the two bleaching agents, the fibers of the samples treated with percarbonate showed tensile strength between 20% and 35% higher than those treated with hypochlorite. Clothes bleached with percarbonate last significantly longer than those bleached with chlorine bleach. If you've made it this far, you already know more about textile chemistry than most consumers who use bleach every week without knowing they're deteriorating their clothes while bleaching them. Subscribe and share this with someone who has white clothes that yellow and doesn't know why. Everything the brand's buried is here on this channel, waiting for you to discover it. The global laundry, bleaching, and detergent products industry generated approximately $150 billion in revenue worldwide in 2023. The specific segment of active oxygen bleaching products containing sodium, percarbonate as the active ingredient under registered trade names, represents several billion of that total figure, with extraordinarily high profit margins. Unbranded bulk sodium percarbonate, without designer packaging, without a marketing campaign, costs between $0.80 and $2 per kilo at hardware stores, industrial drugstores, and e-commerce platforms. Branded active oxygen bleaching products containing that same active ingredient sell for between $8 and $20 per kilo, with names that evoke laboratory technology. The price difference between the pure active ingredient and the branded product is 10 to 20 times. In Mexico, bulk sodium percarbonate costs between 15 and 40 Mexican pesos per kilo. Equivalent branded products sell for between 150 and 400 Mexican pesos per kilo. In Argentina, bulk percarbonate costs between 300 and 800 Argentine pesos per kilo. Equivalent branded products sell for between 3,000 and 8,000 Argentine pesos per kilo. In Colombia, bulk percarbonate costs between 2,000 and 5,000 Colombian pesos per kilo. Equivalent branded products sell for between 20,000 and 50,000 Colombian pesos per kilo. That price difference across all markets in Latin America and Spain is structural and deliberate. You can't patent sodium percarbonate. It's an inorganic compound with the formula Na2CO3-1.5H2O2, whose synthesis was described by Sebastian Moore in 1899 and is in the public domain. You can't patent the hydrolysis reaction that releases hydrogen peroxide on contact with water. You can't patent the oxidation of organic chromophores by hydroxyl radicals in a hot alkaline medium. These are chemical reactions described in the opening chapters of any university organic chemistry textbook. What brands can patent are formulations with specific activators like TAED, which speeds up the release of active oxygen at lower temperatures, and encapsulation systems that stabilize percarbonate during storage. Those improvements are real and have value in certain contexts, but the fundamental active ingredient is the same as the pure bulk mineral that costs $1 per kilo. And for most household clothes bleaching applications in hot water, pure bulk, percarbonate produces results indistinguishable from premium branded products. This knowledge didn't disappear. It survives in the archives of early 20th century European industrial laundries that used it as the standard before the arrival of petrochemical bleach. It survives in household chemistry manuals from the 1920s and 30s, digitized in national libraries. It survives in the textile science labs of technical universities in Poland, Germany, and Spain, which have repeatedly confirmed its superiority over bleach in terms of fiber preservation. And it survives in the Spanish-speaking community of eco-friendly cleaning and household self-sufficiency, which has used bulk percarbonate for years with results that branded products can't match on price. The United States Environmental Protection Agency classifies sodium percarbonate on its list of minimal environmental risk compounds, alongside sodium bicarbonate and citric acid. When percarbonate is used in washing and passes through the wastewater treatment system, It fully degrades into water, oxygen, and sodium carbonate, essentially soda ash, with no organochlorine byproduct or bioaccumulative compound in the aquatic environment. Sodium hypochlorite, on the other hand, reacts with organic matter present in wastewater, generating trihalomethanes and other organochlorine compounds that the World Health Organization classifies as possible carcinogens with chronic exposure and which persist in the aquatic environment. That difference in environmental impact is well known in the wastewater treatment industry. It is not well known in households that use bleach every week in their washing machines. In professional dry cleaners and hospital laundry services across Europe, sodium percarbonate is one of the standard components of high-temperature bleaching cycles, precisely because of its lower impact on fibers compared to hypochlorite in repeated high-temperature washes. World Health Organization protocols for hospital linen management describes sodium percarbonate as a recommended alternative to hypochlorite for delicate fabrics that require frequent bleaching without accelerated fiber deterioration from chlorine action. Now, the honesty disclaimer. This channel always includes before the practical guide. Sodium percarbonate works significantly better at wash temperatures above 40 degrees. At 30 degrees C or in cold water, the release of hydrogen peroxide is slower and bleaching efficacy is lower. If your washing machine typically washes at 30 degrees, you'll need a temperature activator like TAED or to raise the cycle temperature to get the best results with pure bulk percarbonate. Percarbonate should not be used on wool or silk without proper dilution. The alkaline pH it generates can damage the protein fibers of those fabrics with prolonged exposure. For those fabrics, use very low concentrations and very short contact times with lukewarm, not hot, water, and always do a spot test on a hidden area of the fabric before treating visible surfaces the first time you use it. To use sodium percarbonate as the main bleaching agent in your white laundry wash, add between 30 and 60 grr of pure bulk percarbonate directly into your washing machine drum, along with your usual detergent. Before adding the clothes you want to bleach. 30 dryers is enough for a maintenance wash with little accumulated dirt. 60 grm is suitable for a recovery wash for very yellowed or very stained clothes. Don't exceed 100 grm per 5 kilo laundry load. More doesn't improve results and can produce excess foam that hinders rinsing in some high-efficiency washing machines. Always use a wash cycle of at least 40 degrees to effectively activate the percarbonate. At 60 degrees C, the optimal temperature documented in the Wad University studies, you'll get maximum bleaching efficacy with contact times of between 30 and 90 minutes. For pre-treating specific stains, before machine washing, prepare a paste with 2 tablespoons of percarbonate and enough hot water to form a thick paste. Apply that paste directly onto the stain and let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes before washing. For very old stains from wine, coffee, tea, or grass that have survived several washes without coming out, let the paste sit for 2 to 4 hours, covering it with plastic film to prevent it from drying out. After pre-treatment, wash normally with your machine's usual cycle, without rinsing off the paste beforehand. The hot water of the wash cycle will dissolve the paste, and the percarbonate will act both on the pre-treated stain and on the rest of the load throughout the full wash cycle. To recover white clothing that's badly yellowed from age or repeated washes with hard water, use the prolonged soak method that European industrial laundries applied in the early 20th century. Fill a bucket or bathtub with hot water between 50 and 60 degrees C. Dissolve between 100 and 150 grr of percarbonate per 10 liters of soak water. Fully submerge the white clothing to be bleached and let it soak for 2 to 8 hours without stirring. For more dramatic recovery of very yellowed clothing, you can extend the soak up to 12 hours. After the soak time, spin without rinsing, then wash with the normal machine cycle. After that treatment, white clothes will regain a level of whiteness comparable to when they were new, without having been subjected to any chlorinated compound that shortens their lifespan through fiber deterioration. For bleaching light-colored clothing, like light blue shirts, pink garments, or pale yellow pieces that have faded and lost vibrancy over time in repeated washes, use a lower concentration of percarbonate, between 20 and 30 degrees per 5 kilo wash. The selectivity of hydrogen peroxide toward modern synthetic dyes ensures colors won't be altered at that concentration in normal wash cycles. However, always do a spot test on a hidden area of the first garment you treat with percarbonate, if it's a garment of high sentimental or economic value, to verify compatibility with that specific dye. Natural dyes of plant or animal origin, such as those in some handcrafted or vintage fabrics, are more sensitive to peroxide than modern synthetic dyes and can be affected at high concentrations. To use percarbonate as a washing machine drum cleaner, removing limescale and organic dirt buildup that accumulates in the drum, door seal, and detergent drawer. With continued use, add 200 degrees of percarbonate directly into the empty machine drum and run a full wash cycle at the highest temperature your machine allows, typically 90 degrees C. That cycle will clean the drum, The heating element, the internal pipes, and the drain pump of organic dirt deposits, detergent residue, and bacterial biofilm that build up over time. Repeat that cleaning cycle once a month to keep your washing machine in optimal working condition. The cost of that monthly cleaning cycle with bulk percarbonate is under $0.20 compared to the $3 to $8 of commercial washing machine cleaning products that contain the same active ingredient under a registered trade name. To calculate the annual savings from replacing branded bleaching products with bulk percarbonate, do this simple calculation. Note how much you currently spend on bleach, stain removers, and active oxygen bleaching agents per month. Multiply by 12 to get your current annual spend on those products. With bulk percarbonate, the equivalent cost for the same number of washes is 8 to 15 times lower. For an average Spanish family that spends between $10 and $20 monthly on bleaching products, the annual savings with bulk percarbonate ranges between $80 and $100 in materials. Note, original figures appear inconsistent here. For a Mexican family that spends between 150 and 300 pesos monthly on these products, the annual savings with bulk percarbonate ranges between 12,000 and 22,000 Mexican pesos. For an Argentine family with a monthly spend of between 2,000 and 4,000 pesos on bleaching agents, the annual savings with bulk percarbonate ranges between 140,000 and 280,000 Argentine pesos. For a Colombian family that spends between 20,000 and 40,000 pesos monthly on these products, the annual savings with bulk percarbonate ranges between 1,600,000 and 2,800,000 Colombian pesos. Where to find bulk sodium percarbonate in each country? In Spain, look for it in hardware stores, industrial drugstores, and e-commerce platforms under the names sodium. Percarbonate, oxygen salt, or bulk oxygen bleach. The usual price is between $0.80 and $2 per kilo for purchases of 1 to 5 kilos. In Mexico, look for it in industrial chemical product stores, bulk cleaning supply stores, and e-commerce platforms under the name sodium percarbonate or oxygen bleach. The usual price is between 15 and 40 Mexican pesos per kilo for purchases of 1 to 5 kilos. In Argentina, look for it in hardware stores, drugstores, and chemical product shops under the same name. The usual price is between 300 and 800 Argentine pesos per kilo, depending on the region. In Colombia, look for it in laundry supply stores, industrial chemical product stores, and digital platforms. The usual price is between 2,000 and 5,000 Colombian pesos per kilo through bulk sales channels. Store the percarbonate in an airtight plastic or glass container in a cool, dry place away from humidity. Ambient humidity can prematurely decompose the percarbonate, releasing the active oxygen before you use it. In an airtight container in a dry place, bulk percarbonate has a shelf life of between 1 and 2 years. This knowledge didn't disappear because it was ineffective. It was waiting in the archives of early 20th century European industrial laundries, waiting in 1920s household chemistry manuals digitized in national libraries, waiting in the Waj University studies that measured its superiority over bleach in terms of fiber preservation, waiting in World Health Organization protocols that recommend it for delicate fabrics. Billions of dollars a year in the detergent and bleach industry depend on you never associating the name sodium percarbonate with that $1 kilo bag of white powder at the hardware store. If this video changed the way you look at the bleach bottle and bleaching products in your cleaning cupboard, subscribe right now and share it with someone who wants to bleach more and spend less. The next vault opens very soon.